We are live. Wow.
No,
So, welcome to Jupiter's Love, guys. Welcome to Jupiter's Love.
Jupiter love.
Love. So,
Jupiter's love.
Jupiter.
Jupiter's
So,
love.
let's break this down because we finna break everything down. I'm gonna try not to get elevated, but I will. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get elevated. So, first of all, I'm the queen, the goddess. Talk about it, Takina. You can go check out. There's a
Life.
link in our description and in the bio with both that you could follow both of us on Instagram and Facebook, I think. Um,
I
I
do a
talk.
lot on my stories.
I haven't posted in a while because I've been so focused on building business because we just bought land and I want to be able to move into my home and just run business. I'm actually literally last night was up working on my I can't see it, motivational course that is going to be dropping soon. That's going to be probably a 6-month course. So I'm talking about it, Takina. This is my lovely, handsome, amazing, talented, sophisticated, philosoph just he's
Philosophical nigga.
yeah, that is life of
I
iconic.
yeah, gotta change the name. Life of Iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're
So,
YouTube and that's YouTube. And Life of Iconic. Yeah.
yeah. So we are Jupiter's Love. We named the channel Jupiter's Love. If you followed us before, we used to be Imperfectly Perfect because we were imperfectly perfect.
For each other.
Yes. And so, um,
So and
in the
then
midst, hold on,
go ahead.
midst of emotions, I shut down Imperfectly Perfect because we were having issues and I got my feelings and I didn't want to be tied to anything. I'm keeping it real. We breaking it all out.
And
I
I
didn't
think we had 75 people.
yeah. And so I need to start hashtagging Imperfectly Perfect for those people. Um but we came back new and improved.
And we didn't we didn't want to go with the same name that we had before because we were new people, new mindset, everything, doing new things or whatever. So yeah, baby. Woo. Um so
So
I came
Jupiter's
up
love.
with the name Jupiter's Love because I'm a Sagittarius and my lovely queen is a Taurus, and Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. But Venus is known for love, and that's the top layer. The Venus, you go down, it's different, but most people think of Venus as the love goddess and stuff like that, right? So
Yes.
Jupiter's love. There you go.
So let's get into why we are making this video. And I already feel the little tinglies in my stomach because I'm trying to trying to
Oh,
be cool.
them tinglies is zombie sperm, baby. I'm sorry.
Okay. Took me 2 seconds to figure that one out. So,
Man, I'm quick.
yeah, you are. Not like that though. Don't be lying to these people in these streets.
3 minutes.
It's a lie. Um, so there's a reason why he does that. I don't think you've ever said why you do that. You told me why you do it.
Why I say 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
uh,
have to. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you want to, but if I'm saying it's a
Hmm.
lie. But there's a reason why, and it makes sense. Like it made sense to me. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to the guys, dudes, fellas. Always downplay your sex game. Do not talk about how big it is. Even if you got 12 inches, downplay it. Downplay it. Downplay the time or whatever. The first thing when I said, "Hey, what if I can only last 3 minutes?" She said, "Well, we'll just work on it." I was like, "Well, what if I'm only about 2 inches long?" Well, we'll find out positions. That's how I knew she was the one. Well, n- getting up to being the one or whatever. But yeah, so she was under the impression that it was going to be smaller and faster than what it was. So, bam,
Yeah, straight lies.
it surprised her. It made me look like a king up in her eye.
Yeah. Um. So, um, we haven't. We've been posting various videos trying to work on building the relationship because we are at an amazing, amazing, amazing place in our relationship. And aside from the lifestyle choices that we're making just between the two of us, we've made some huge leaps and bounds of understanding each other, love languages, the sex, uh, attachment style, and then the sex. What was the sex one?
Might as well just say sex language of
Yeah, it was like a sex language. Like I,
yeah.
I don't have my
Whether
notebook in front of
you
me.
like basically like what you like sexually or whatever, you know.
Yeah, like
And
styles, your sex style, basically. Like, are you into foreplay? Touch, whatever. We took all these tests, so we really got on a place of learning each other internally. Like we really took the time to get to know each other eternally instead of just surface level. So we did that the last 2 years, and we're still every day. We're still saying things, lifting each other up, speaking to each other highly, motivating each other. Like we have leaps and bounds of just being new for ourselves and each other. And so for me, I feel good. We're in a great place. We have great understanding, communication, even when we have our little bumps in the road, because those days are going to happen. You're going to have miscommunication. You're not going to see eye to eye. One person may have had a rough day, running off air, a bad day at work, whatever. And so that's going to spill into coming home. And so the other person, either you take your break. Look, I need 5, I need 10, I need a whole day to recuperate, or the other person is like, "Okay, I see what you need. You need this, you need that." Like, you make that adjustment to help the other person out, even if it's, "You need space, Imma give it to you. You need space, you need time alone," whatever. We've made those adjustments, and we continue to make those adjustments every day, because every day, like, I understand when they say, like, you have to date each other every day. Like, every day is a new day. Like, you have to learn each other every day. We're still learning each other. Like,
we will always learn each other because you're not going to be the same person right now this time next year. You're going to have new understanding. You're going to have a new just stuff is going to be different. Case in point, like our love languages when we first started, they weren't similar or whatever, but through time and whatever, like I think we took it 1 year. I think the next time we took it was probably about maybe almost 2 years later. And 2 years later, it was closer. We took it a third time, and it was damn near identical.
Yeah.
Here's a tip for you people, everybody, even Polly, all that good stuff. When you're looking at a love language, if they're if if the person that you're dealing with doesn't have your top three somewhere in their top three, it doesn't have to match one, two, three. If yours one, two, three, theirs could be three, one, two. Long as it's up in the top three, it might that'll be easier to get along with that person. Now, if they're not, I'm not saying that you won't be able to get along with them, but there's definitely gonna have to be some adjusting.
Yeah. So we did the work and we continue to do the work and we're willing to do the work. Um in So there's a video that I was on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram of us in the car. It's a clip from one of our previous videos where it was imperfectly perfect. And I'm gonna put it on the Jupiter's Love Instagram because I'm pretty sure it's not on there. But that we were playing questions, couples questions. And one of the questions in there was I wish I could find it.
Oh yeah,
If you could cheat and get away
without
with it, would
yeah.
you? And if you wanted to love more than one person and I was okay with it, would you? So I'm waiting for him to respond. I'm looking out the window and he looks at the camera and he's like, so at the end of the day,
And that was that was probably
2020, maybe?
no farther than that.
No, we were here.
Oh yeah,
When we were doing the cards in the car and recording,
yeah,
we were
yeah,
going to the city or coming back. I don't know where
yeah.
we were going or coming from. But I want to say it was like 2020. Now, mind you, to even go further back, because we finna put it all out there because I'm kind of irritated, but I don't want to be irritated because I understand the mindsets of people are from their perspective and their experiences. But what I don't do is project my stuff on other people. And I allow people to be who they are. I accept people for who they are. If they choose to go and jump off a bridge, and I say, you might not want to do that, but they go and do it anyways, i.e., go and get in a relationship with a person that I know it ain't going to work. If they want to do it, that's their choice. They do it. If it doesn't work, I don't say I told you so. I don't do none of that. I support their decisions. And so in the long run, I would like for the people that I'm around that I do that for them to do that with me, but it has arisen that that's just not the case. So we just airing everything out. We going way way back. So, back in the day, back in the day, yes, we were two different people, two different mindsets. We had issues. We were your typical couple. We were doing life and letting life beat us the hell up.
Hmm.
We were young. There's no rule book on life. So we were doing what we thought we were supposed to be doing the Christian way,
Yeah.
which at the end of the day for us was a huge hindrance to moving past some of the issues that we were dealing with because with Christianity, you're taught that you have to do things, you can't think for yourself. You have to have the mind. What is the saying?
Don't lean not to your own understanding. Basically, don't think for yourself.
Yes.
Don't listen to yourself. If yourself is telling you go down that road, don't listen to yourself. Wait for somebody to tell you, hey, go down that road or go the opposite way.
Wait for the voice to tell
Mhm.
you what way to go, which that's a whole nother video we can get into. And my king is ready to spit that video out. Um, which I think
I'm
he might have one on his page.
every time I study, listen, and just use my mind, I oftentimes get ready just in case somebody wanted to come
Test
to
it.
me and tell me otherwise or whatever, or not even tell me, but just try to
Yeah,
shame me in any
yeah.
type of way, shape, or form.
So
We ready,
okay,
we
you
ready,
ready? So
we
going back
ready.
to
Oh,
um going back to who we were in the past. So this video is being made because I one of my best friends um
this is sponsored by Fuck You Media. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
so one of my best friends, I confide in her. Um she confides in me, I confide in my sister. My sister somewhat confides in me. Um but I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not hiding nothing. There's nothing to be hidden, right? So back in the day, yeah, I had issues with him going to work and coming home talking about other women. I
Mhm.
had issues of going to pick him up from work and one of the coworkers would look at me sideways and I'm like, "For what?" Like it was the baby boy moment where he was looking at the female and she walked in front of the car like this trying to get his attention. Uh yeah, it wasn't to that degree.
Unbeknownst to me, because I'm like,
Yeah, and it very well could have been internal, but she still looked at me some type of way.
right.
Um, but it wasn't to that degree of in Baby Boy. Because I was in the car, he was still inside the building. She came out looking at me like I wasn't supposed to be there or something, whatever. But that was my mindset
Was
back
that
then, huh?
was that Robin?
Mm-mm. No, that was at further in Blaine, the other one when we had I don't even remember what car it was, to be honest with you. I don't even remember what car it was.
Well, it
It was
don't.
a car. It doesn't matter. Um, it was the one where you corrected me when I said her name.
Oh, Nikki. Or
Dang, whatever. I want you to say the name.
shit. This air out. This is air out.
Okay, so okay, you right. So I said her name. I said it from I think how I seen it on Facebook or something. I don't know. I said the name one way and he straight corrected me on how to say I said, "Excuse me?" Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a whole issue
I got.
because
I got deaf. I I got. Whoo! That was the wrong thing to do.
yeah, don't correct. I could call her what I want to call her. Um
You didn't say it quite like that, but yeah.
no, I didn't. I did not. Um but back in the day, we had 1,000% misunderstanding and miscommunication. And a lot of our issues stemmed around my insecurities and his need for attention. And it wasn't even attention, it was I'm a flat out say just conversation. Um because that's all it was. He had opportunities and in my mind, oh, he was cheating. In my mind, he was cheating. He calls me the little hacker. I went into that Gmail, looked up the Gmail location because I don't know if you can do that. Or if y'all know y'all can do that, you can get into that email. Your email on your phone tracks your every move. I was in that bitch.
Oh, if you didn't know, she went to school to be a private investigator. So these are tips and tricks that she picked up along the way. So, whoo.
Yeah. So if you go do something and you're like, oh, I'm gonna turn off my location. Yeah, that ain't doing nothing because Gmail still tracks your every move.
And you
Period.
need your email to do your social media.
You got to put your email on your phone when you go get a brand new phone.
Yeah,
You
so
have to.
good luck with that one, y'all.
Yeah. So I was in his email, in the location, checking the maps. It shows every single turn. It's better than the GPSs on our phone now. Like, no lie. Like, we got Life 360 and it does not give exact movements. It just gives from here to there. Yeah, no, that Gmail location gives turn by turn. So I'm looking at it like, who lives here? Who's over here? You was at this location for this amount of time. I was I was on one. I just swore up and down he was in some house in some neighborhood when really he because the Gmail is off by like a mile or two depending on the location. If the,
About, well, at that time, about a block or a half a block off.
right, because he was training in a parking lot in I forgot what city, and
It was in Brooklyn Park. Oh,
yeah, it was in Brooklyn Park and it was by a gas station, right?
yeah.
But it
By that
showed
Eddie's place too.
Yeah, so but it showed that he was like in a neighborhood in one of the houses over there. So here I am Googling the house. I'm looking up Hennepin County registration to who owns the house. I was not playing. Okay. He was cheating and I was gonna figure out who she was.
When I came home, it was no hi baby. It was straight to it, and I'm like, and me, because I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, what, what, what? No, what? So then she poured out. She thought she had me too, because she poured it out. And where was this? Da, da, da. And I'm looking. I'm like, where is that? And then she zoomed out or whatever. I'm like, oh, baby, there's a empty parking lot right there that I had to go and train at because they had something going on at where I normally train at. So being a trainer, I gotta find any and every location that I can big enough for the school bus to train these people in backing.
Yeah. So I was on
And
it.
yeah, I was.
I was not, but again, that was the insecurities in me.
Oh,
So
and don't think for y'all. Oh well, maybe he was. No, when you train and you working extra, yeah, you know it shows on that paycheck.
yeah, yeah, right. So the numbers added up. Let's just, I mean, the paychecks, and I don't think I wasn't checking that because I was, because man, oh, I'm working late, but the paycheck ain't reflecting that you working late. Yeah, no, run that on somebody else, not me. So I was checking everything. I was checking history. I was on his Craigslist. I was on everything, right? I would YouTube anything, his Google history. I was in it all. I was in it all.
Are you telling me this now? Cause I didn't know about the YouTube and
I was checking everything. I wasn't playing. And the reason being is number one, I was insecure. Number two, I was working a lot. I wasn't giving him the time. We weren't giving each other the time. And we just kept bumping heads. Like we would be good for a couple days. We'd have counseling with our pastors. We wouldn't putting everything on the table, or we wouldn't being honest, or whatever the case may be. And so it just was this endless cycle that we were in. Endless, 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 endless cycle. He told me when I went to the bar with my friends, I couldn't sit next to guys at the bar. Like we were going at it. Like it wasn't severely bad. It wasn't physical. We just had a lot of insecurities between the two of us that we were dealing with.
we was trying to box each other in with boundaries
Yes.
and
Yeah.
people you can and can't go out with and whatnot, and yeah.
Yeah. So back in the
Who
day,
want to live like that though? Be
it,
honest. Who want to live like that?
I'm gonna tell you, and I told him, and I got to a point where I counted 273 screenshots of his activity on the internet.
Tumblr.
Tumblr, there was some Facebook group he was in where he was commenting to some woman where you had to like tag a person's name and say something or some flirt with whatever it was. You had to tag somebody. I was in the group. Now this how slick I am. I was in the group. He put me in the group. Any group that he's usually in, he'll put me in there. But I wasn't big on social media back then, so I was just like, I don't want to be in these groups.
Still
So
ain't.
put me in the group.
So
I'm working on it. Mind your business. Uh,
only for business.
true, true. Cause people, let me not. Uh, so when I got in the group, I searched his name in the group, and post came up before I got in the group. So then I got upset all over again because I'm like, why are you talking to this woman like this? Why are you saying these things like this? Like, I forgot the one post, but yeah, that's don't put me in a group if you don't want me to find something because I'm finding it. Um, so what does it look like outside? It look like it's snow on the ground from the. Is it? I can't see. I see the living room.
Oh, it's not snowing.
Oh, but it is snow on the ground because the reflect.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, the reflection of your face and your glasses is like bright white. So I'm like, it looked like it's snow out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's snow, but ain't nothing going. It's just it's trying to be a. The sun was out, like you could actually see, but then it got cloudy pretty quick. It had
so
changed glasses.
okay, so so there was that. So that was back in the day. That's how we were back in the day. We wound up. I mean, we were having issues. They were not getting fixed. We wound up having to move out of our apartment, which was or not our apartment, our house, which was a whole nother issue. I wound up going staying with my friend. He went to stay with his brother. And right before that, I broke my hand. That was a whole nother issue. Like there was a lot going on because we were just life was just literally beating us up, and we were not making it any better because we were taking that stress out on each other instead of understanding and helping each other,
Yeah,
being support for each other. So fast forward, that is the past. That's who we was in the past. We own it. It is what it is not being brushed under the rug to come back out and fester now or in the future. We owned it and we washed it away because we healed ourselves to the point where those things, we can talk about them. They don't affect us. We don't have to argue our points or defend ourselves for our actions because we understand why we were acting the way we were. And
mm,
we owned it. We apologized. And so in doing that, we don't have to worry about that happening again because again, we owned it. We know where we made the wrong decisions and we're not going to do it again.
right. It's not worth it for what we trying to do, trying to achieve, trying to be. We're trying to be two people living life to the fullest and happy.
That's it.
So do you want your argument to overshadow what you're trying to be? No. Grow up, sit down, talk about it. And I don't mean just talk about it. I mean find out where it started. All that stuff. What is that?
So, huh? What'd you say, baby?
I said, what is that noise?
You might either hear the computer or me
No,
messing with the mouse.
not coming from the phone.
Um, what are you hearing?
Go ahead. I think it's probably it's coming out there, but like towards the main street.
Oh, okay. Um, so fast forward. The other day, I was having a conversation that I've had not i- in so
Not
in depth.
it.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with one of my best friends, and prior to prior to that, just gotta check and see if that's money. Uh no. Um so prior to that, I she's been getting bits and pieces of what's been going on with us lifestyle choices that we've made, um, the king dating. Well, hell, the other couple days prior to that, or maybe a week prior, I told her that he went on a date. She was shocked, or maybe it was that day. I can't remember. But the reason a lot of this has come to where it is today is because people were projecting their thoughts and feelings of my life choices on me. And so I kind of got like flustered a little bit. And I'm like, look, he's already been on a whole date. Y'all late. He been on a whole date and it didn't bother me. So we'll get to that. But I gave people crumble pieces because what we do, or my favorite saying that my king gave me, is what I eat doesn't make you shit. So if I don't have to tell everybody what we do because it doesn't affect them. I used to tell my friends all the time, like, whoever you lay with, I don't have to lay with that person. I don't have to smell their dirty drawers. If they got nasty, ugly, like gross feet, I don't have to be bothered with that because they ain't in my bed. So if you choose to lay with that, that's on you. That's your choice. I've never told someone don't be with him, don't do this, don't do that. Up into in hell, even when one of the persons that I'm not even friends with that's probably watching this page because apparently conveniently our stuff popped up on her page. Even at the heads of all the BS that was going on with her, I still never told her not to be with her dude. Leave him. He ain't good, no good for you. My biggest thing with anyone that I've dealt with is working on your own self-love. Loving yourself, understanding yourself, knowing your wants and needs, because that's what I did to get where I'm at. I made a whole list of wants and needs and looked at the list. And of course, my king was a huge part of that list. And at the time of me doing it, I was single. So it wasn't like I was intentionally making the list for him or revolving the list around him. I just knew what I wanted and what I needed. And it just so happened he was the one to provide it for me. So,
Unbeknownst to her, because when she read her list, and at the time, again, if y'all don't follow or seen the videos, she said that before, a few times. I was in a whole relationship up here with somebody else, in a whole relationship. But when she read the majority of her list off to me when we was talking and I was helping her through and stuff like that, I would tell her, I was like, baby, that's I'm not well, not baby, but Keena, that was me. No, it wasn't. And then I have to go down memory lane and be like, well, remember when da 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 I did this, I did that, da da da. She would be like, oh, yeah. And then the next list or whatever, I did that too, right? No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. Remember, da da da. I think we, I think I had to do that at least about 4 or 5 times, like to remind her that yeah, that was something I did. You know, yeah, she knew about me opening doors, pumping gas, but some of the other stuff or in depth, yeah, I had to remind her that nigga's me.
right.
Um, but
So
go ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say before it gets too long or whatever.
It's going to be long.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not stopping.
All right, go
It's
ahead.
going to be long.
All right,
They
stop.
got time to watch this because they got time to talk. So we
Um,
going to talk.
y'all done fucked up now. Go ahead, baby.
I ain't even got to my list that I made. Look, I got lists all over the place.
Hey, I'm just sit back. Let me
I
know.
done made,
Want me to, just let
yeah.
me know when you want me to chime in, baby. Go ahead.
Okay, say that then. So I don't, it, not that I'm hiding anything, but if I feel like me not telling someone that he went on a date, I don't have to tell anyone that. I don't have to announce it to the world. I'm not hiding it, but it's irrelevant. Like it wasn't a big deal to me. Um so
Why
I
should
didn't.
anybody outside your relationship know anything about what's going on inside your relationship? And this is just generalizing everything. People,
So my biggest thing is you don't you don't have to tell people anything. You don't have to. Like one of my friends said, that someone else is is owed a explanation, and you should explain. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have to explain how I feel. I don't If I choose peace and to remove myself from a situation, I don't owe them an explanation of why I'm choosing peace, why I'm choosing me. I don't owe. If I go and block someone because they on bullshit, do I unblock them and say, this is the reason why, just so you know? No, I don't have to explain anything. So, on the same sense, I don't have to be like, okay, well, today he has a date, tomorrow he has a date. He's talking to this girl and that girl. There's a girl in New York, there's a girl in California, there's a girl in some other country. I don't have to give a rundown of what's going on. He's not doing all of that now. But I don't have to, and he has, and I didn't go off and tell everyone, "Oh, this is what he's doing," and whatever else. Like, if
you
if
know,
I'm content with it, what'd you say?
there's a saying that my dad grew up with, and he grew up with it, and because there was a bird. This story is older than us put together. That there was a bird, and I'm telling y'all, so I'm bringing old school into new school, right? So this for y'all. The bird would sit on the deck with a old person or with an old guy, and everybody that walked past, the bird would chime and say, "Nosy is gonna kill you.
I thought it was no
Nosy
gonna get
is
you.
gonna kill you." Also, I believe it was also lazy is gonna kill you too.
Mm.
So basically, being nosy, is gonna be more detrimental to you than you minding your own business. Being lazy is gonna be the more detrimental to you than you going ahead and doing what you need to do, what you gotta do when you gotta do it. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. Finish.
No, you're good. You're good. Um, so no one's owed an explanation. Like, if my friend doesn't want to tell me, and as it stands, I have a friend that she'll go through things, or she'll be dealing with people or whatever, and we won't find out the truth or the real on the situation until way later because she chose not to say anything. And that's her choice. No one is telling her she has to say anything or whatever, but it's that's what she does. But on the flip side, it's like the expectation that I should be saying things or telling, or maybe I'm hiding things because that person may not, they may feel like they're hiding because they're not telling their truths in that moment. They may be lying about what's going on, or they just exclude the serious things so they feel like I'm doing the same thing.
Stop feeling entitled to know somebody else's business that you're not even in. Stop that.
So I I am the type of person, and I got this from, I think, a TikTok or something I watched. At the end of the day, I don't need to know about what's going on with you and your man. I don't need to know when y'all sucking, y'all fucking, y'all oozing. I don't need to know none of that. I really don't. Um, stop it. Because it doesn't affect me at all. If I never know about you and your man and what y'all got going on, it does not change anything in my life at all. So, y- only thing that matters to me is you as my friend. How are you doing? What's up? How's life? Whatever. I have a friend that I always talk to her, and she barely ever talks about her husband. Barely ever. I don't pressure her to talk about her husband. Nothing. We talk about us. We play catch up. We do what we do. Months may go by and we don't talk to. It literally has been months since I talked to her. I texted her last. She didn't respond. She's busy. She got a lot going on. I don't. It is what it is. Like if I go back to Minnesota, we will go out to eat. We'll hang out like nothing ever changed. We're living our lives. But she does not tell me any personal information between her and her husband at all. Have I heard things here and there? Yeah, she may get drunk or whatever, and some things will slip up, but that's on her. That's has nothing. Okay, you did this or y'all did that. It doesn't affect me. I don't. He's not my responsibility, or he's not my friend per se. Like we all cool, but I don't have his number to go and text him and say, "What's up? How's life?" Like, no. So my friendship is my only focus, not my friendship and her relationship. That's not my focus. But that does not fall through. So this is why we're having this conversation. Get all that out. Um when we started back dating, and even before that, the point of me saying that he would always come home talking about women or I was insecure was because that was one of his needs. He just needed communication. He needed conversation. He wanted to tell me about his day. He wanted to tell me about whatever. He wanted to talk to someone. And lo and behold, he works at these jobs where there's predominantly women.
or
Like
at least, or at least when if I'm staying to make sure that I can pick up extra hours or be there
he's a
to
trainer. He's there.
the it's women that stay behind where the dudes they'll probably leave
Go
and
home, take a nap, eat.
yeah, it's the women that will stay back. So if I'm staying there trying to be there, like, and it's a lot of times where I would come and I'll tell her, yeah, I had to drive the ferry boat. That's an hour and a half away, but that's because I'm there to pick up the hours. Excuse me, to pick up the hours because it's money on the table and ain't nobody trying to get it.
Yeah.
So
He had a different mindset.
that's where I came in at, and plus I was on child support, so you know
Yeah. That was a whole nother headache, but
don't
wait, that
use gas to go home because gas costs money, and so it was sacrifices. So when I would be there, it would be women, you know.
and he'd
So
have conversations with these women, and my insecure ass at the time would have an issue with it. Like I'm teaching him about credit, and then he running that information to another female, and I'm like, that was for you, not someone else. How you gonna have quality time talking to someone about they get better in them? Like I wasn't going at the time. Uh, but all of that is to say he had needs. I had needs. We were not talking to each other about our needs. So fast forward, him vocalizing that he wants to be poly was a new.
let's let me correct you on that. Because in October of 2021, when we talked, I had mentioned that to you, and you was like, "Oh, well, what if?" I think you had responded in a way of saying, "Well, what if your girl want to have two guys, you and another guy, or whatever?" And then I don't know. That day, I remember that day because I was training Sue or whatever, and I think we got heated, and I even said you're delusional, and then I think you had hung up on me or whatever.
So I'm just making faces because I don't recall that conversation.
I do
It-
because I remember being outside talking to you, and I remember it being in October.
okay, I don't.
But
Okay,
that's when I had first mentioned it, and then when because we stopped talking for a while until tragic happened.
yeah. So okay, so in October he mentioned it, but we weren't even together then, right?
No, that was
Okay, so
October 2021.
so in October 2021 he mentioned it, but I'm as us being together he mentioned it.
Right.
I'm talking about so
And I didn't say won't. I said, yeah, that's I I I
maybe
accept.
can you just
Go
let me
ahead.
get this out?
Okay.
I'll fight you. I will fight you. You see this hair picker thing?
No.
As my dad would say, right in the kisser.
Uh,
uh so okay, so at some point he stated that he wanted to be polyamorous. Um and there's so many terms I probably will misuse them, but y'all will get the gist of what I'm saying. I don't like the labels. I really don't. I just want to live our lives, have what we have with whoever we have it with, and the labels really bother me, but whatever. I'm a bit old school on that, and I'll admit it. So he wanted to be a polyamorous. And at first, when we started getting into it, because I did not have the adequate knowledge and understanding of it, I really felt some type of way. Like I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I'm not good enough. I don't make you happy. Like I felt it was like personal towards me. And so I really I guess you can say I drug my feet in a sense. Um and had thoughts that I don't want this. I don't want this. I ain't sign up for this. I don't want this. I was I even gave the scenarios and not back in October when he mentioned it when there was a whole fallout, but even when we started having the conversations like, so what if I want somebody? What if you have because you're gonna have two women because they're gonna be bisexual. I was actually kind of accurate on that one because goodness gracious. It is hard to find a heterosexual woman that wants to be in a poly relationship because everybody is bisexual, but no shade to nobody that's bisexual, but it just ain't for me. But anyways, so I'm like, you're gonna have to get two females because they're gonna be bisexual, and I'm not like that. So it's gonna be you gonna have a V over there, and I'm gonna be over here by myself. So I'm gonna get somebody because as even my friends like my friend and I'm gonna be bouncing around because I'm just like, I wanna relate. I wanna build the foundation of these conversations that we're having. So even my friend, and I'll get into this, I literally took notes because I was not playing. My friend said, "Well, if it was me and my significant other would had someone, then I would go and get someone else too because I'd be at home bored." And I said that to him. I said, "I'm gonna be bored. You're gonna be out living your life, doing your thing, and I'm gonna be at home just by myself because that's how I saw it." legit how I saw it. I'm like, you gonna have all that in common with whoever, and she's gonna want someone else that, y'all have all that in common and threesomes and all of that. So I'm gonna be over here just bored and living a whatever life. And after doing my own research, because he never forced me to choose this lifestyle. As a matter of fact, he gave me a choice. If it's not for me, tell him and he'll let it go, because he wanted to be with me at the end of the day. So if I was not okay with a poly lifestyle, then he would let it go.
I love her enough I love her enough to stick by and stay by her side regardless of how I felt. And I understand a lot of people might go against that, but until you have walked my shoes, you can't tell me Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
So, um I didn't say no, because why would I be like no? I I can't say no until I have a reason to say no. Until I find something that I don't like that's not for me, then I'll say no. So I did months of research. I'm screenshotting stuff, sending it to him, sending it to him, sending it to him, sending it to him. I overwhelm myself with the information.
Yeah, and she overwhelmed me because I got tired of it because I'm like, good God, like I'm trying to have it organic and she got that miracle grow growing on that mug. I'm like, yo, it's too much, too fast, too soon.
It was too I'm not kidding you. I think I deleted a lot of them, but if you were to go on my phone, probably I don't even remember the months, but I'm talking like if you in the pictures and you looking at all the pictures, you scroll. Yeah, it was a good 100 pictures,
Look here,
screenshots.
let me give y'all a because my memory serves me pretty closer.
Uh,
Let's
don't do
let's go from let's go from April of 2023 to about ooh probably to the top of August of 2023. Every day she was sending something, video something, long paragraph something from like April to August of 20
mm, it
to the
was
point.
not that wide of a time frame, and
Well,
it
that's
wasn't April, because
you
I'm
said what?
looking.
You don't even have to look it up. It doesn't have it just I just know it was months. Keep going with what you were saying, baby.
But here's the thing, and the reason for that is because I needed to educate myself before I said no. And I didn't want to leave no rock unturned of going in blind into this lifestyle. And I needed to feel comfortable with saying yes. So I did tons and tons and tons of search of all types of stuff under labels,
Reading, watching,
videos, everything. There's a lady, I watched the show Seeking Sister Wife and Seeking Brother Husband. Watched every season except for Seeking Sister Wife season. It was either one or two. I can't find it nowhere. Other than that, I watched everything. I followed a couple on YouTube, or maybe two couples on TikTok. I was watching people on TikTok. I was trying to get an understanding, because again, I'm just coming out of the Christian mindset that that's not okay. I'm coming into a spiritual understanding. If if I wasn't in a spiritual understanding, or understanding, it probably would have been no immediately and stayed no and still be no. 100%. Um, but I did the research until the point where I understood the lifestyle. Then it got to a point where I had to understand what he needed. And then it got to a point where he even let me know, you are enough. You are enough. And there was a small time frame that I'm like,
Oh
but
yes, you
how?
fought with that.
Huh?
I'm just saying, I'm agreeing with you at that time. Yeah, you fought me with that.
Yeah. I was like, how? How am I enough if you need someone else? How am I enough? How? And it and we were questioning, we were going back and forth. Like, at first I'm like, okay, I had the typical mindset that everyone else did. Oh, it's all sexual. It's all about sex. And so that's what even was part of the fact of you're going to have to go and get another woman and your hands are going to be full. And where am I going to fit in? Because I looked at it as a sexual thing and not, let's grow together. Let's travel together. Let's build businesses together. Yes, there's going to be sex, but it's more than that because that's literally where everybody goes to.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. So I'm gonna go over everything that I have on my list, and then we're gonna start talking about where we're at, our thoughts, our feelings, him dating, who he's currently talking to, what that looks like, how I feel about it. Is there a potential for me to deal with someone? We finna get into all that. Like this video is gonna be a at least 2 hours. So let me go over what I have on my sheets and then we gonna talk about it. We gonna have like a Q&A. We gonna what? What, sir?
Go ahead, baby.
So we're gonna talk about polygyny, polyandry, what the king himself wants, as far as a relationship. What does it look like? Is it a relationship, marriage, wife, girlfriend, just fucking? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the fact that we can't claim poly because we haven't experienced it, or I guess you can say that we haven't experienced it. But it's literally a mindset, and I told that to my friend. It's a mindset first because you can't jump into a poly relationship without the knowledge and understanding, and you have to be okay with what you're getting yourself into. We already briefly talked about needs and wants from the past and the future. We're going to talk about what the future looks like for my needs or his needs or the other person's needs. Like, we talking about it. We're going to talk about the fact that everybody's poly looks different. So just because it should look like, there was a meme in a group the other day and it talked about hierarchy. So it was like polygyny, but it said there's hierarchy. And I don't want hierarchy. I really don't. Personally. Um, we're gonna talk about Netflix and chill and the fact that uh my king was really nervous. And he's like, well, what if she
Well, are you we good talking about it now? Cause
no, we're gonna get in detail. I just want to cover it. Uh, Netflix and chill and a woman wanting to go down on him. And I'm like, okay, and do it. Let her. Um, let's see. Being in the poly groups and not like it doesn't mean anything to be in the poly groups. It's irrelevant. You can't learn in the poly groups. There's nothing to learn. So you can't call yourself poly just because you're in a poly group. Um, and then we're gonna talk about, because you're in a relationship, I should go and find someone and technically it would be like cheating, but cheating with permission, that I should do that. So, lovely king of mine, what is your lifestyle choice? What is the definition? What does it look like for you?
Oh my God. Uh, my lifestyle choice is polygyny,
And what
the
does that mean?
opposite of polyandry. Polygyny is a man with multiple wives. Meaning, for me, I want somebody that I could say, you know what? I'm looking at both of them as my wife. They're looking at me as their husband. There's no there's no other entity in a relationship. They're not solo poly. They're not they're not looking for another. I'm it. I'm him. You know, two heterosexual monogamous relationships in one. Polygyny. Polyandry is a woman with multiple husbands, where it would be my wife, me, and another guy, and that's it. Also, the V. The V, I'm the hinge, which is at the bottom of the V. Ooh, click, but the V. Well, I was doing that, and I'm like,
I know.
so the hinge is the bottom of the V. This that's my wife, and this is the other person. I'm right there in the so I'm literally having two monogamous relationships, hetero relationships, two hetero monogamous relationships with two women at the same time on the same level.
Did you force me to make this decision? Was it like an ultimatum?
No, it wasn't an ultimatum, and I didn't force you because I said, look here, it's just like this. My wife, she loves butterscotch, but I don't. Because I don't, does that
Music.
mean for me to tell her, she can't have butterscotch because I'm the king of the castle and what I say goes? No. She likes to still have male friends or be okay with that. Should I be the one to tell her no? Like, so,
Oh no, the male friends is a little rough on the taking.
right? But I was like, just because I'm I would not, if I could get away with it, if it didn't bother my job or whatever, I would smoke weed. But because I drive and hold a CDL, I can't smoke weed. But I'm an advocate for weed, or I will advocate for weed, or I'm saying it right.
So basically, you can't call yourself a weed smoker if you're not a weed smoker.
But I've smoked weed. Oh, and then if you was to say it like that, then it's be like, well, you can't call yourself poly, but yet when I had when I was when it was, even if relationship on whatever level, it could be minuscule. When I was married to you and had the phone conversation with the trainer that you know with her or whatever, regardless of how small that relationship was, that was poly. It was cheating, but it was still poly. You know what I'm saying? Because I had you, and then I was still talking to another female. So and think about it, y'all. How many of y'all monogamous people out there thinking your woman or your man is the one, but he's not showing you anything or she's not showing you anything, but yet he's talking to somebody. He has a work wife or a work husband. You know what I'm saying? That's That's poly without having the sex involved. But most of y'all think, oh, poly, y'all banging and slanging everything. No, no. So mine would be a heterosexual V, and that's it. No
And
other people. That's what I would desire.
are we getting along? Do we live in
Yes,
the same house? Kitchen table
yes.
policy,
I would
or
like all that. I would like the KTP, kitchen table policy. And for
which
y'all that
is
don't know, kitchen table is basically, yo, if it's once a week if needed or once a month if needed, we're coming down and we are all talking. Hell, y'all need that in monogamous relationships. So y'all can stay on the same page, work towards the same goal. That's what kitchen table policy is. It's like, yo, make sure that everybody is getting what they need. All right, baby, since we all here at the table, are you do you need anything from me more than what I'm already giving you now? And vice versa. Both ends. You know, kitchen table. Like, look here, we're having an issue with finances, or look here, we want to go on I want to go on vacation, and this is where I want to go. What do you all say? Because we all need to come together and work towards it. Save money, whatever have you.
um what does
And by all means, people, we live 12,000, not 12, 1,200 miles away. If she is, if she wants to, she could go out and do her own thing. I can't stop her. I won't stop her.
so you're saying that you give me permission, I guess permission, to go and date, talk to other people,
Yes, if your heart desire to do that, I, c- I can't stop it.
which my
Hell,
heart does.
if you want to cut this relationship off, I can't stop that. You want to walk around butt ass naked, I can't stop that. You want to go and this is crazy, but if you wanted to say, "Hey, my sister's husband is right there and I just need some dick." You know what I'm saying? It's right there. I cannot stop her.
That will never.
But I'm just saying,
I
like
know.
people think that like,
You know when I that message I told you, and don't make a face?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. Hell,
Um
dude that tried to holler, the two dudes that tried to holler, the CD person and the other guy. If you wanted to with that, she could have.
so I say, and yes, he is 100% giving me. I test him on it. There's videos. I'm like, you is not for real. You is not ready for that. I have tested him and called him out. And I haven't I wouldn't say tested him, because I haven't actively said, I'm gonna see how you really feel. I'm gonna go and date someone, or I'm gonna go talk to someone. I haven't done that because I don't want to. I don't have a desire to. I am content. He makes me happy. I'm fulfilled. I really don't think there's anyone out there that sees me and will treat me and love me the way that he does. I'm sure there may be someone. I just am not trying to find a needle in the haystack.
Yeah.
Because I know what's out there.
She
Um,
she has somebody else calling her beautiful and got her number. Come on now, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, y'all.
that one making y'all Sagittarius look bad though, because I don't know. But yes. Oh, I said what sign he was.
Uh,
I can't do that. Can't I can't do that. But yes, I do talk to another male. Um, just friends. But yes,
I don't think y'all knew that, stalkers.
no,
I don't think
no,
y'all knew that.
no, they didn't. I have not put that. I have not put that information out there because that is absolutely nothing. That is a brick wall that y'all will run into 10 times over because nothing is coming of that. But yes, he is okay that I have male friends. That was an issue in the past. So I couldn't sit next to a stranger at the bar.
Yep, I
Um,
was I was I was asking her to delete everybody off, every
oh
male
yeah, I forgot
friend
about that.
that she's had any sexual contact with, or even sexual talk with. Like, delete them off your Facebook and Instagram. You know, come on now.
Yeah. So I, since being in Arizona, talked to two Sagittarius.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and didn't you make a comment? Maybe not recently. Never mind. I
Yeah,
feel
let's
like
stay on topic. Come on,
no,
baby.
no, I know.
Hand going numb.
Okay, so anyways, yes. We are okay with where we're at. So you want another wife. I'm okay with that. You have not forced me to be in this lifestyle. You have not forced me anything. You have given me the green light, like you just said, to potentially go and date or have male friends. Like hell, I went out twice. Once for your niece's thing, and then there was supposed to be another event that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. It just didn't happen. Um, so I was gonna go to that event.
Yeah, I think both times I went to sleep.
Yeah, because the one I think I called you and you didn't even wake up.
Yeah.
So um so we have given each other 1000% freedom to, I don't want to say explore, um
To live,
ex-
to live
expl-
life,
to live, to
like.
experience and not sleeping around. Okay, let's fast forward. So you you want what you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the future, if I were to deal with someone else on whatever level, because you want polygyny,
Mm-hmm.
what would that look like if I was dealing with someone else? Is that still polygyny? Or is it polygyny for you, but something else for me? Or is it a quad?
It would be a quad.
But isn't a quad where the two women are sleeping with the two men
No, no. A quad is just four people
in
in
a
a.
relationship?
Now, what we would have would probably be a Z. What is called a Z.
Two hinges. We would be the hinges.
Yes.
So two V's put together. Yeah.
Yeah. Throwing up gang signs and whatnot. But yeah, it's what's called a Z. So the female is sleeping with me, and I'm sleeping with you, and you sleeping with the guy.
And that's if it got to that level. Eventually, maybe, I don't know. I have no interest in that, by the way. And I know it sounds like, oh my God, y'all all sleeping together. Obviously, we would take precautions and all of that stuff. That's a given. We don't even need to talk about it because ain't nobody oozing over here.
Nah, and I definitely am an advocate for condoms. So,
Speaking
oh, I
of,
can't I
I
can't
keep
feel
jump
nothing.
ahead, but I can't jump ahead yet. Um, so would you say currently, and this question is for me too, are our needs being met? Are we content? Are we satisfied with each other to the point where if no one else came in, we still good?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
With or without somebody, we good.
Yeah. Like people who are standing on the outside looking in, I'm telling you, they cannot wrap their head around it. They just can't. Like even
Because
I
y'all are so y'all are so engulfed in the toxicity of Western life. Like what we're talking about, polygyny, polyandry, or whatever. You go to any other country, they don't care. It's open. It's all good. But only in the United States, y'all be like, oh no no.
yeah. So we good over here. No needs going unfulfilled. The only need that I have is physical.
Me too. And that's the only thing that's the only bad part about this is being 1,200 miles away.
Yeah.
That's
Other
the
than that, I'm
only
good.
thing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
Um, so being in the groups, even for me, because I'm gonna say hell yes. But do you feel like being in the groups, your understanding of polyandry, polyamorous, um, the whole poly umbrella, do you feel like your understanding has grown being in the groups? And you're in quite a few.
Yeah, it has grown. It's grown to the point and my knowledge of it has grown. It's grown to the point where they making up all these labels. I might as well make up a label and it would be called TP. And then what would TP stand for? Traditional poly. And if y'all steal it, y'all heard it first here.
The
Today is what's today's date?
21st of January.
Of January 2024.
I'm
January
I'm with TP.
31st,
I will use TP.
2024.
I will use TP all day long. I'm content with that. Um and I will answer that as well. Like yes, I've gotten even just reading people's experiences, what they're going through, um their experiences of dating and trying to find someone else. The fact that for me, I feel like the lifestyle or even in these groups is like I'm going to say it's like 90% bisexual women.
Yeah.
Um but nonetheless, I don't engage in the groups a lot because it's like the minute any
Yeah.
woman
The
posts
minute
anything or say anything, then men come in
guys
like,
are only like piranhas.
yeah. Yes, that is a great analogy. Um so for us, our poly, what I see our poly looking like is another
Also,
woman.
we have a poly group on
Yes, we
Facebook
do.
and it's
I don't even know the name of the group.
melanated poly
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
freedom.
I'm looking it up. Uh,
I think it's melanated.
no, you changed the name to Black Polygyny and Polyandry.
Oh, black polygyny and polyandry.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
So
That should tell you right there. It's TP all day. That's traditional poly,
yes,
meaning either polygyny or polyandry. That's it. All these other terms, these new terms, they've been these new terms that they got solo poly or whatever, all that stuff. Y'all use your mind, use the little computer that y'all are holding in your hand to look up stuff. These new phrases or new titles only came about in the last maybe 30, 30, 40 years probably,
30
if
days.
that. 30 days, yeah, if that.
I just posted in the group. Because I haven't been in there in forever. Um, I think I'm safe in my group, honestly, because all the other groups is just hound dogs. But anyways,
Yeah, you safe in your group because hell, you the admin. You can kick them out. You can stop. You know what I'm saying?
true. Very true. Um so so what I was saying is what I see are just checking the time. What I see for us is him having two wives, me having someone that I can relate to, someone that I can bump ideas off business wise. We already have land. We're going to be building. We have not finalized, we haven't even started. Screw finalizing anything. We haven't started with the blueprint. But someone that we will build businesses with, someone that we will be able to travel with. Um,
Now,
no,
I'm sorry, baby. You all are hearing what she's saying, right? You all are hearing what she just said. Now, let's go back to the beginning of this video or whatever, and how she was saying that she would like for her friends to show her the same that she shows them with not whatever. What if, just what if she actually had that? Now, if she had a sister wife that treated and that had basically damn near the same mindset as her or whatever, come on now.
yeah.
For you friends that she's talking about, what if y'all actually had the same mindset as her? Do you
I'm
think your relationship with her would be better? Or do you think if you actually had the same or majority of the same mindset as her, that your own relationship would be going good? Ha-
in my
Y'all don't think
opinion,
about
yes.
that stuff.
Hell, the one person technically, what is that? Solo poly?
So what? Who? You said one friend.
The one, she ain't my friend. We
Oh,
ain't, that's solo poly. You know,
the one that fell out.
yeah.
Is she solo poly?
Not her, him.
Oh, yeah, him.
That's
That dude.
1000% solo poly.
Yeah,
They don't live together.
he's solo poly without the title of solo poly.
Mm-hmm. 1000%. So you can't even come holler at me because that's what you got going on. And the other one, he legit had a wife. So you were still doing the same thing. Um, but because we are open about ours, it's kind of a problem. But as I was saying, we would travel together, we would build businesses because I have a lot of skills. I can help someone build a business if they don't have one. And if they have one, I can help them to grow and whatever their business. Like our ultimate goal is for all of us to have businesses, money coming in, travel whenever we want, have employees. Like soon I might jump the gun and hire one person off Fiverr that will help with a few things that I got going on. But that that's irrelevant. We gonna live a happy life. We'll probably be in Vegas a lot. Um,
Probably almost every other weekend, if not every weekend. I ain't even gonna hold you. Probably even during the day.
yeah, because
Oh, the AVNs are going on. Like it ain't nothing to just man. Come on, next
oh,
year is happening.
okay, yes, next year is happening. Um, what? So if y'all watched the two previous videos, there was one on compersion, and there was one just kind of explaining Polly that posted. Technically, it posted today.
Well, can you briefly tell them what compersion is?
I would love to. So, compersion. is the fact that I can sit here and talk to talk to him about another woman. I can talk to him about his happiness, his needs, and want that for him as much as he wants it for him. So it's being, and I'll give an exact uh definition, and then I'll go off and give a more kindergarten explanation for you, those of you in the back. Um so compersion is feeling is a feeling of joy or happiness that a person experiences when they see someone they care about experiencing love and happiness with another person. It is often used in the context of polyamorous relationships where a person feels positive about their partner's happiness with other partners. So, let me give you an example. My lovely king was going on, I think he was going on a date. Was it the second date? And you were like, what if she wants to?
Well, that was
Oh, we were talking about the Netflix and chill and what
yeah.
it meant. Okay. So, and we're jumping ahead because yes, he's currently talking to someone. I wouldn't say dating per se, technically.
I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I can honestly say that it would not go no further. I'm gonna be
So just talking. I had high hopes. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I had to tell him like I gotta, because there's been a few in the past where I'm like, okay, we got somebody. We got somebody. And I'm like,
oh,
I'm telling him, text her and say this, say this. And
for those of you that's sneaking around, you don't have to sneak. We rather you just be open and honest, even with yourself.
they can't do that.
Did y'all know? Did y'all see the video since y'all snooping? Did y'all see the video where we talked about that there was somebody, a female that was coming down to
Oh,
Arizona that
yeah.
we was gonna hang out with?
Our undate.
Yeah, our undate. Excuse me.
And it was around Halloween.
Yeah, do y'all know that?
No,
And
I forgot about
and,
that.
and she set that up. My wife, my queen,
I did.
she set that up.
I definitely did. I had high hopes. Um, go watch that video. I'm not going to even get into the details of that. Um, so compersion is wanting to see him happy with someone else, and not like not with me, but also with someone else. So, he they were texting back and forth, right? And she said something about having drinks, him coming over, them
Oh,
having drinks.
this was in the conversation. We
Oh, at the
we was remember. Okay, so me and you was on the phone in the morning
yeah.
or whatever, and we was on the phone. And then she had called, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So they were having a conversation, and I might add, because I told people that I was okay with this. No, I was not okay at first, but it was a work in progress, understanding and whatever else. I told people that I was fine. I was fine with it. In the beginning, yes, I was a little rebellious. I was pushing buttons. I was pushing the envelope. I was like, how far can I take this? And it wasn't physically, it was mentally testing him. What if I had another man? What if this? What if that? Like I was in the beginning because I was upset. Like, what do you mean I'm not enough? Because that's what I heard, but that's not what it was. So, um, so they
There's more to that, but we ain't gonna get into that because that's personal to me.
yeah. So, um, I knew I was content with this lifestyle, this choice, what this looked for him, what it looked like for him. I was okay with it. And no one was, my best friend was like, girl, the way you used to be, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no way. And I'm like, I am though. Like, I am though. So he's talked to, just on Facebook alone, he's talked to, I want to say, maybe two or three.
3,
There was a Gemini girl in
4,
California. There's the New York girl. There was the New Mexico girl.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto
Oh, no,
Rico.
no. Uh,
No.
Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic. That
I
girl.
thought that was the New York one. Wasn't she like in both countries? She was in New York and
Yeah, she would go to, I think, Vermont or Philadelphia,
no,
which is
then
near
okay.
New York.
There's been a handful. There's been a handful. I've known about every last one of them
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't lie and hide anything from me. And I
Would
don't
you want a
ask for it.
man like that? Would y'all want a man like that that didn't hide Jack Dilly squat?
He doesn't hide anything. And I don't ask for it to the point where we've talked about everything, mind you. We've talked about a lot.
She got to tell me not to share.
Yeah, legit.
That's fine.
Because I feel like I don't need to know. That's their relationship. First of all. Second of all, he has gotten to the point where he's like, okay, do we have a group text all the way around? Like we only group text in the group, or do like is it separate text? I want separate text because she might want to be like, I want to come suck you up. I don't want to see that in the group. It doesn't bother me, but that's personal between the two of them. Because if I say something nasty, I don't need her all up in my mix. You know what I'm saying? Like this us over here. That's what we doing.
Yeah,
And I
she don't
definitely
need to. She don't need to know that I'm tossing my wife's salad. She don't need to know all that. Y'all don't either, but y'all heard it. So,
putting it out there on YouTube University. So
mhm.
So yes, I said we don't need group text. Like if her and I have a text thing going on, that's fine. Obviously, we're gonna be communicating. I've even joked to him even the other day because he got to a point before this person he's talking to now, which was purely by accident. He was at a point where he was just like, I'm content. I'm not gonna keep pursuing it. I'm in the groups for entertainment or for education, but I'm not looking anymore. And I swear it was like right when he said that, then that accident date happened. Um,
And if y'all don't know about that, go look at videos,
I
man.
don't know if we fully talked about that though.
I did. I remember I did because and now I'll briefly say it.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get this out, and then we'll go back to that. So, because I don't want to lose my
Let's
thought
go.
process. Um, so they were talking about Netflix and chill, having drinks. And so he was like, well, what if she wants to? Because I'm like, ain't nobody Netflix and chilling and they're not Netflix and chilling. Ain't no way. You don't say that to someone if that's not what you want.
Okay, and the reason she said it like that, like how my wife, the reason my wife said it like that is because the thing is, I told her she hasn't given me any indication or said anything sexually to me for me to think that she wanna Netflix and bang. Because I'm like, well, because she didn't say anything sexual to me, maybe she is just saying Netflix and chill. But what if? Okay, keep.
So I'm like, yeah, ain't no way. Um, and he's like, well, what if she wants to, suck? And I'm
And
like,
oh, again, I'm sorry. And the reason I said that is because I was like, I'm not in the. I don't know you good enough to put my to have intercourse with you.
he's he,
And then I was like, well, what if she wanted to do that? Go ahead,
yeah,
baby. Sorry.
he so he I won't say he had cold feet or anything, but
Oh, they good.
he was just like, I'm not, I ain't, he didn't want to. So I'm like, well, let her.
Yeah, she threw me off with that. I was like, what? She said, let her. I was like, what?
And I meant every word of it. Every letter, every syllable, every vowel. I meant it. Say it with your chest.
Hmm.
So that is called compersion.
Don't worry, y'all. She shocked me. I was
And
shocked.
he was, for what, a full day, he was just thrown.
Oh yeah, I would text her like, "Yo, I'm still clowning over that."
He was, because people, oh, you changed. Yes. Yes, I've changed. No, I'm not that same insecure person from back in the day that I explained was doing all the crazy stuff, had 273 screenshots of what he was doing online. It drove me insane, literally. Who wants to live like that? I was done at that point. When I counted that I was in all these groups, Tumblr, 273 screenshots. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to live like this. I'm not
And y'all gotta
recognizing.
understand for what she told y'all in the beginning of the video. Just wanted some attention.
That's it. So why not allow him? I've given, what has your life been like legit since I've been okay with you talking to other women? Do you still get nervous? Do you still, like, when you went on your date, were you nervous? Did you feel like you were doing something wrong?
No, I didn't feel like I was doing something wrong, but I was nervous because I'm like, I was nervous about what what's the date gonna be like. I wasn't nervous about me and you. It was about legit like, okay, I'm going to, you know, how is this gonna go? What is she gonna say? You know, stuff like that. So it was.
Let me ask
Go ahead.
let me ask a different question then. Let me reword it. At any moment in this adjustment, did you think I was going to flip the script on you and flip out and backtrack? At any point, do you have doubts or fears of me doing that?
No, but there was times where I wanted you to because I was fed up with how everything is going, people's mindset about, oh, it's all about sex, or the mindset of, oh, it's a whole bunch of bisexual women that I have physical interest in, and they sound good, but they are bisexual. My baby is not bisexual, and the reason that it's an issue for me is because, hey, if you're bisexual and we kick it off, then guess what? You're gonna want another woman or whatever have you. That doesn't make me feel some type of way, but my mindset or how I see it, where's she gonna sleep at? You know what I'm saying? If my closed V is under one roof, where's she gonna sleep at? She ain't for me, she for you. So that's why I'm steering clear of bisexual women, because she's for you, she's not for me.
Yes. So, okay. So, at no point have I given you an ounce of doubt that I,
No, it's been times where I don't know if you remember you telling me, you that almost sounds like a cop out. You did went all this way, and you gonna throw it. I'm like, she won't let me let it go. Like, goddamn. Like, but that speaks volumes of my baby's heart and mind. Like, you didn't came this far to just let it go because it's not going your way.
and then lo and behold, he has this date, unexpected date that he threw himself in, that he didn't realize he threw himself in.
And all I was doing was commenting on her post.
She
And it
wanted
went
some
from
pizza.
that to, okay, we gonna go out. We gonna go to Pizza Lucci's tomorrow. Like what? Like I didn't say I wanted to go. I what? But I went.
He went, sent me pictures of it. I went to sleep. I said, have fun. And I went to sleep. Not an ounce of me. Even when he's talking about, what if she wants to suck it or let her? There's nothing in me that is like, oh my God, he's gonna have sex with someone else. Oh my God, he's with someone else. I don't have any doubts. I don't have any fears. I don't have any worries of me being on the back burner, me being forgot about. Nothing at all. So, baby, can I call myself poly if I have not experienced it?
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Because I haven't experienced it.
A lot of people call themselves Christians and they never experienced the Holy Ghost talking in tongues. I'm gonna let that simmer. How you call yourself Christian, you don't go to church. How you call yourself Christian, and you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get tithes. How do you call yourself Christian, and the last time you prayed was Easter? Just a question.
Why are you calling people out, baby?
Y'all want like she's in a poly relationship because I'm a polyamorous person. She could be named Mono,
I don't
but
want to be.
do that really make her mono if she's in or accepting to a poly relationship? Next question, baby. Because only
Next,
only only closed minded, not healed people will say otherwise.
um, so we kind of talked about everybody's poly looking different, and you said TP. We running with that traditional poly.
Yeah.
We is running with that. Um, am I? Do you? So this one's hard to ask because it's like I know just based off of what you just said that when it does come time to Netflix and chill with somebody, I already know that there's going to be a foundation that's built. Because the thing is, like I told my friend, if he wanted to cheat, he would have done it all those times in the past.
Yeah. She even know about me being hard up to the point where I told her I was even thinking about buying it.
I've
Ain't
tried
nothing
to
you
get
can
him
do
to
it
go
but
out.
40 bucks. Four
I've
zero, $40
I've tried to get him to go to the
to
gay
get
90s. I've
to
tried to get him to go to um what's
events and places around the Twin Cities is that's doing it, and it's like,
I've reached out to people that are in the lifestyle to get him to meet up with those people to go meet other people. He won't do it. He will not do it.
it's not that I won't do it. It's just like I
It
get.
it's
I'm a
not what he wants.
homebody. I'm a homebody, so it got to be a good reason for me to leave the home. That's all.
Yeah. So he has not, and correct me, baby, has not slept with anyone since we've been apart.
No, I haven't.
I mean,
E-
technically, you slept with me.
Like, I'm be honest with the mindset you sleeping with people. What's their mindset?
Yeah.
Yes, pussy feels like pussy, but what comes with that is either you want to deal with it or you don't. And us guys get a bad rap of putting our things in in P with a messed up mindset.
Um, so I think we're at almost 2 hours. We did very good. Um, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say a couple things. I'm not interested in anyone at the moment. I've thought about opening Facebook dating strictly for entertainment, and I legit entertainment,
Yeah.
because we've both had Facebook dating experiences. Well, mine didn't lead anywhere, but he actually met someone off of there. That's who he was dating when we started back talking.
Hell,
And
even she was like, she was like, what type of guy am I or whatever. She thought that I was, in her mind, the person I was dating at the time. She thought that I was.
she thought
I'm
she was a
not.
hoe.
She told me I was. I'm not like other men that she's dealt with. Why? I asked her why. Because I didn't jump in bed with her right away.
I think she was on Facebook dating to get,
Yes, she probably get laid and all that stuff, and
yeah.
she
Um,
she was smitten by me.
she was smitten by you. So when I was on there, I met a decent Sagittarius. I think he was into poly too. I swear, is the only thing that makes sense. I swear. They was hunting and he didn't know how to say it to me, because ain't no way that I'm talking to his friend, but then on his video it's the same woman, same situation, not video, his podcast, they was together, and I just got off phone with you like 5 minutes prior. So
So you
confused.
talked to her
Yes, he
about
was
what?
he astrology, like mostly astrology because she was into it too. But the story he gave me is that he was in a relationship or something, and that he couldn't stay at his place, so he was staying with his friend. But when I went to listen to his podcast, it was the same voice, and one of the podcasts was literally, I had just got off the phone with him, and they started recording the podcast walking into the store to go get hot dogs and chips from the deli, and he just said to me that that's where they were going. So, but when they were on the podcast, it was like they were talking relationship stuff. Like I was confused.
Now, question for you: if he was upfront about that, would you have tried to experience it?
Back to, I don't know, because that was right in the beginning of the whole spiritual transition. So
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Excuse
Oh
me.
God, baby, you might you might want to cut that out.
I'm gonna leave it. We human.
Oh
What's the
snap!
name say? Ain't no cuts, no edits.
Yeah, CJ on 32s. What's
Yeah.
up?
So I don't, honestly, I don't know. I really honestly liked his vibe. I loved how he talked to me anyways. He was very spiritual, but the way he was talking to her, a little aggressive. It was rough. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, so I thought about getting on Facebook dating for entertainment, but I'm like, I don't even want to. I don't have the time. My friend was like, if I was with someone, I would deal with someone else. I'd be bored, whatever. I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I got so much stuff going on. Ain't no room to be bored. Ain't no room to be bored. So I don't feel the need to go and deal with someone else. Even he's given me permission, which is like, whoa, because back in the day, the old him was like, hell no, he ain't going at all.
and 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 I told her a lot of my reasons for even saying no is because I didn't want to be forgotten.
Yes.
Oh, he does it better than me, or oh, he looks better than me, or he has more money than me. I didn't want to be forgotten. And that's a fear that maybe a lot of us have. But the thing is,
Why is my key?
if they forget you, I in these groups, there is way more people that will not forget about you. So let them do what they please to do, because if it's not what you want, it's definitely somebody out there that's willing to give you what you want. Uh
Technically.
Kofi Cakes or whatever. She's up
Oh
here.
yeah, I forgot about her.
She's up here, and she said that she would go to the tattoo place with me. I'm not. No, I'm not looking for her either. You know,
I forgot about
she's
her.
up here.
There was that other one, the other one that's on Twitter. She lost her son like 12 years ago or something, and she asked you about God and all that stuff. That's not the coffee cakes, is it?
It
The one
don't.
that you were like, she's kind of come off a little weird, or like she was talking to you about her pastor, and they kind of like brushed her off, like y'all were having like religious conversations in the
I,
beginning.
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't remember that.
Oh my God, I don't remember her
It
name.
it must have been like a day. Uh,
No, y'all had a few
What?
conversations.
Really?
She
Wow.
lost her son.
Oh, that chick.
See,
Yeah,
y'all
no,
see this?
no. She
Now,
crazy.
my, not she crazy.
She. Yeah.
She lost her son. Leave her
Not
alone.
Twitter. It's TikTok.
I said TikTok, didn't I?
I swear you said Twitter.
Mm-mm.
Y'all Twitter.
Um, but
But
I
yeah,
know about all the females he's talked to. Like he didn't forgot about them.
yeah. She was like one of the first ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I forgot all about her.
he said she crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Um, so he's granted me to talk to other people. I've absolutely 100%, with all the love and light in the world, granted him the exact same. And he gonna get it. I mean, I don't think part of me is, I literally in the groups at one point was making posts like he's single, y'all. Come get him. And
Yeah.
not single in a I don't want him type of way, but single like he's looking.
Yeah.
Let me correct.
He
I
definitely
wasn't.
tried to pimp me out a few
I
times.
did. I did. And that's when the other Taurus female tried to come at me sideways, just like my friend did. You can't say you cool with it if you ain't experienced it yet. Okay. You don't know me. We not the same Taurus. We not cut from the same cloth, because I am so okay with him doing whatever with whoever.
Yeah, like, and then they be the first ones to say, because the Taurus girl that she's talking about is in the group, so this is not her friend.
Good.
Um, but it'd be those same people that if I was to make a post or a comment or whatever, it's not all about sex. Well, how you're coming at me, you're making it about sex.
Exactly. Um,
Anything else?
I think that's it. Um, we are 100% poly. We are 100% poly, or polyamorous as a couple.
Polygamy, polygyny.
My king is polygynist. I think I said that right.
Well, that would make you a polygynist too.
Whatever. We look TP.
Traditional poly.
Um, and traditionally it was a man and two wives, and we you all took care of everything as a whole. kids, farming,
Also,
household,
it,
work,
it was
business, all
it was a woman. It was a woman and two men as well. Them two dynamics are traditional poly.
screw all the extra labels, the hierarchy, the what's screw everything else. Okay. We good over here. If you have questions, I even said, and I thought about it, of bringing the one friend on so she could plead
Who?
her case. The one that I actually talked to the most.
Oh,
I thought about bringing her on so she can plead her case or ask you directly, or say how she feels. I don't know if it's that serious to do that. To me, it's not. Um, but we're good. I don't need anyone's permission to be happy. I don't need anyone's permission to live my life. What I eat does not make you shit. So, who I choose to be with, who I choose to talk to, who I choose to accept in my life, how I choose those things and what those things look like does not affect anyone. You slept with someone that made you ooze, ain't making me ooze. I'm clean over here.
I know.
So, what'd you say?
I said I know. I tasted it. But overall, to the friend,
Stop it.
if
To
she wanted
anyone,
to,
anyone.
if she wanted to, she can. If I wanted to, I can. Either of us is not stopping the other person. We can't stop the other person. Just like whatever dude that you're dealing with, if he wanted to deal with somebody else, you can't stop him from dealing with somebody else. Matter of fact, I'm under the understanding that the dude that you want anyway is already dealing with somebody. So do that make you in a polyamorous relationship or poly? You want him, but he's dealing with somebody else. And he's pretty sure because of the facts or whatever that he left behind, he's probably gonna come back to you anyway when things get rough and tumble over there anyway. But you probably won't know if he's dealing with somebody outside of your relationship anyway. So you might be in a poly relationship at that point without even knowing. Over here, everything's out on the table. And no, I'm not looking for sex. I'm looking for somebody that I can hell deal with. Point blank simple. The sex is just icing on the cake. So hopefully that helps you.
It won't. It'll still, because people don't practice self love. They don't practice self understanding or self understanding, as I say. You have to understand everything internally. So, because there's not that, and I could tell you all day that there's not that because I could see it and I can hear it in what is being said. The fact that you think there's more to it or think that I should go and deal with someone else because my husband's dealing with someone else just says that you have work to do on the inside because never would I tell my friend to go and cheat on her man for whatever reason. I just wouldn't. And I haven't and won't in the future. I can't wait. I told my husband I cannot wait to go be walking through the house. Our husband's not home. Girl, where your husband at? Where he at?
Yeah, I
Where
thought
he at?
funny.
Girl, call your man. Where he at? I
Mm,
cannot wait to say that.
I can so see my wife being like they in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife here, or where here, they in the kitchen, and she, let's say for instance, the my second wife is in the kitchen, and my wife come out from the room or whatever, and she's kind of pissed off. I can't wait till your husband get home. Oh, he got some explaining to do. And she'll be like, why? He left them clothes in there. I told him to pick it up. I didn't want to touch it. Little stuff like that.
I cannot wait because the one thing I know, and even with the current person he's talking to, when we started talking, he said, "You got to be funny, or I can't even deal with you. You gotta joke. You gotta have a sense of humor." And so when he deals with someone that is legit everything that he wants or whatever, she's gonna have a sense of humor. So we gonna be in the kitchen like, girl, that's your husband. No, that's your husband. That laundry, that's your husband. And we're gonna be able to joke about it. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna no jealousy. She's gonna be healed. She's gonna be spiritual. Like,
And believe me, the laundry, even when we was living together, I did the laundry. But the thing will still stand. She'll be like, "No, you need to pick it up," and it's not because she can't do the laundry. That's just something. I okay. There's a kids movie called Robots, and the saying in that movie is "see a need, feel a need." So when you're walking around the house and you see something needs to be done, do it. So if I'm tired of seeing clothes, and I know, for me, I don't have as many clothes as my wife do. So I gotta wash. So in the midst of me going ahead and washing, best believe
why
I
I got so many clothes? Oh, that's another thing. Why I got so many clothes? I'm sorry.
so with me needing clothes, clean clothes, I'll throw a load of clothes in the washer. Yes, it has her clothes and my clothes in there. So bam, I was always doing the laundry or whatever. Plus, it gave her time to sit in her femininity. Think about that. While y'all are screaming 50-50, y'all 50-50 men and this and that. Just because I don't have all the money you got, best believe I'm allowing my woman to sit in her femininity.
Or women. Women. But for real, and we gonna end this. Why I got so many clothes?
Uh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Tell us.
Cause you keep having clothes sent here. 7, 8 packages a month. Since
Only,
when? Last year? And
only,
you
only.
what?
I only
Yeah,
did
no,
11,
whatever.
11
It,
orders.
yeah, no, that's a lie. Okay, it might have been 11 orders, but how many packages? And that was just from one website. Quit playing.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Don't y'all wish y'all had a man with a Sheen account?
secondly, I told my friend that you order clothes that in the past you never would have let me wear in public.
Right.
I'm talking all skin, ass cheeks hanging out, everything. And he's okay with it. I'm talking the wind blow, you see everything from the side. Stick
Rooted to
the
the
hand right
tutor.
in there. You say
Yep.
what?
The rooted to the tutor.
Yes. So I and I don't know if I think I've worn everything. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for the 2 pair of pants you just had sent. Um, but
Hell, and them three jet, is it three dresses that's alike but different colors? Is that three or two?
I don't know, baby. We finna end this because I need to roll
Might
out.
they might be too big for you anyway. But yeah,
So at the end of the day, we're good over here. Thanks for checking on us. I appreciate you. But we good for real. There's no one being forced. I know that the mindset of monogamous people or the mindset of Christian people do not understand or can't fathom the choices that we're making for ourselves because we ain't asking nobody to take care of us or support us or to be a part of this relationship. It does not affect you in any kind of way. If we never say anything about what's going on, no one will ever know and it will not make a difference in your life either way. So we're good. The king is going to continue talking to whoever he wants. And if something comes of something, great. That is the ultimate goal. But if not, we will be happy on our land.
and she's gonna continue talking to the guy friend
Maybe.
who
I don't know.
calls her beautiful again. That's because she is, and I agree with him. So there you go. Stuff that y'all didn't know in the past, but talking out the side of your ass.
All
I
right.
see no grass because snow
Um,
is on the floor.
okay.
Am the one to go.
We are Jupiter's love.
I'm your guide, Life of Iconic, and that's my beautiful wife. Talk about it to Kina. Don't ground your love. Make your love out of this world. And as Coach Ren say, what? Oh my God, I forgot it again. Um.
And you sent me the clip of it too, I think.
Oh, what the hell? Um.
I wouldn't even be able to find it, I don't think.
Oh, free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable.
I like that.
Come on now. Free yourself. That means release. Release what's on your mind. Like get in tune, as Jada say, and get in tune to yourself. Free yourself. Talk to that little person on the inside and figure out some things so that little person on the inside be free so you can be a well balanced human being.
Exactly. All right, baby. I'm going to call you.
All right.
We out.